Hi guys, this is the Forgetful Scholar. Welcome back, and I'm Jessica. So this week I didn't read as many books as I usually do. I actually had a pretty bad pain spike this week, and I ended up just staring dazed at the TV. Actually watched a lot of Midsummer Murder. I don't know, it's a British murder show. I don't know why. But that's besides the point. So let's get into it. So the first book is by Gail Carriger. Here we go. Etiquette and Espionage. Look how beautiful that cover is, right? That's a really pretty cover, right? So this book, it was on sale for $1.99, and it is full-length YA book. It's 386 pages. Not, $3 for 24 pages. And yeah. Obviously, I have a little trouble letting things go. I'm working on it. Well, not really, but let's continue. So this is a YA book, and it follows Sofrina, who was a 14-year-old girl. And I will give credit where credit is due. I love this author. This is a really, really amazing author, and she makes unique, quirky characters without forcing the not like other girls down your throat. She just shows that they are, And so when we meet Sofrina, she is trying to eavesdrop on her mother through the dumbwaiter, and she's literally trying to espionage her way down it. Sofrina, and the names in this book are interesting. I really have to stop kicking that, huh? Have to work on that. Okay, so the names of this book are interesting. There's a dimly, there's a pullover or pillover. Like, it's soap. Like, there. And I don't know if it was a joke to kind of make fun of the unique, crazy names in YA books, or if she was just having fun. Could be both. Could be neither. I don't know. I laughed at it. So she's 14, and because she's not like other girls, she's not really interested in all the girly things. She wants to climb things. She wants to figure out how things work. She's very curious. She wants to, she rips apart mechanics and figures out how it goes. So she is sent off to a finishing school that her parents think is just a finishing school. Turns out it is a school to finish things like people. It is an assassin school. And when I figured that out, I was kind of expecting over-the-top angst, which, let's be real, a lot of YA books that have to do with espionage, schools, the angst, it's like, well, how do I put this? It's like the writers jerking themselves off to their own angst. Sorry, but it's true. It's true. But this was a lot of fun. It kind of had an Alice in Wonderland feel to it. I don't know if it's because of the quirky teachers, or the fact that school is very steampunk and flying around, or the fact that the werewolf teacher, even when he's in full wolf form, still has his top hat on. There's a lot of enjoyable things about this book. I really had a lot of fun with it. And you meet a lot of different, she makes a lot of different friends, all females, because it's an all-female school. The boys' school is completely separate. That's where Dimly's younger brother, Pullover went. So, and there is a mystery about a prototype throughout this whole book. So, that was fun to follow and everything like that. And the friends she makes, they have their own adult series about them being assassins and awesome. And this takes place in, I did write it down, I have notes. This takes place in 1851, where the hedgehog incident, meet cute in the Parasol Protocol universe, which this is a part of, takes place in 1872. So this is part of the same universe, but this is chronologically before. And Sofrina is obviously the chaperone in the hedgehog incident. So I do like the little tethers that connect this universe together from Solus to this. So that was a lot of fun. So I definitely gave this 4 stars. I do love her characters. She's fantastic characters. They're very enchanting and quirky, and you want to follow them through their lives. So that was a 4-star. I really did enjoy it. Okay, so next, here we go. So this was a heavy Kindle week. Deal with it. That's it. So this is the second in the c.s.poe series, The Snow and Winter. And this is the Mysteries of the Curiosities. There we go. I really do love her her covers for the series, and I love that because Sebastian is colorblind. That you kind of like, oh, this is how he sees the world too. This isn't just an aesthetic. So I really, really did enjoy that. So this one follows lovely Sebastian, adorable, lovely Sebastian, and his antique shop. And this time the mystery surrounds P.T. Barnum, as in Barnum and Bailey Circus. So that Barnum. And I actually Googled some facts that were up in this book, and I was like, ooh, I mean, Google said these are correct. So that was kind of fun, especially since I do like weird, random history facts. So I really enjoyed that. So this mystery kicks off with a brick being thrown through his window. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's really interesting. And when Sebastian gets in these scrapes and these situations, I never find myself annoyed with him. I'm just like, oh, Sebastian, you lovable scamp. And I don't think I'm giving anything away because the subtitle is Snow and Winter. So the detective Calvin Winter from the first book, him and Snow are together and they are continuing their relationship, which is very sweet. The first book took place around Christmas, and this one takes place around Valentine's Day. So it's been a few months. And their relationship continues, and Calvin is a war hero, explained in the first book. So he does have PTSD issues, and it's very interesting, interesting character trait. Or I don't know if I should say trait. So the second book, in regards to relationship, they are dealing with that. And Sebastian wants to help and things like that. Their relationship is very sweet, and I do enjoy it. The ex does show up, and what I love about these mysteries, it's very Sherlock Holmes. There's a lot of red herrings, and when the mystery comes to an end, it's always satisfying, and you're always like, oh, I should have seen it. The hints were there, but I was focused on this guy like you wanted me to. You clever. So this one is definitely a 4 stars. I really am enjoying this author's library. I loved the 2 books from The Magic of Steam. Can't wait till the 3rd one comes out. I'm really enjoying these. Can't wait to read the next one. So as I said before with series, I'm going to rate individual books, and then once the series is over, do an overall rating, things like that. So that was that one. And then I guess I was in a murder mystery kind of mood because it is October. And I picked up s.c.wynne, Shadow's Edge, Book 1, Psychic Detective. Yeah. So Liam is a medium. Yeah, he's a medium. He sees ghosts, and I really did enjoy this. I gave it 4 stars. There was I expected a little bit more spooky, but that's okay, because when it comes to scary movies, it doesn't really bother me. When it comes to scary written fiction, it gets to me really easily, and I don't know if it's because I'm not really paying attention to the movie or something. I don't know, but I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to scary books, but sometimes it's still fun to get a little, So, oh gosh, don't mind me. I'm a mess. Okay, so this follows Liam, who is a medium, and he sees ghosts, and he works with the police department to solve some crimes. And the detective he works with is Thompson. And Thompson is, the classic detective, scruffy, handsome detective, and they work together for a while. This is in only the POV of Liam. I will say where the Snow and Winter series seems to be more like Sherlock Holmes, I will say this is more Law and Order-esque, for when you saw the cop side, like very, procedural, criminal, yay, criminal book. So the murder scenes are a bit more graphic. And it did have a heavier sense to the book, even though I enjoyed it. Again, 4 stars. I kind of expected, it is an MM, and I expected an MM contemporary mystery whodunit in the similar vein as Snow and Winter. I got that, but what I wasn't expecting was the storyline of earth-shattering loss, grief, depression, acceptance, and moving on. That was beautifully done, and it really pulled at my heartstrings for Liam. Because when the book starts, literally first paragraph, you realize that his partner, William, had passed away. And he passed away 9 months ago. And William was a friend of Detective Thompson's as well. I will say, trigger warning when you read this, if suicide is a trigger for you, or conversation about past suicide attempts, it is in this book. However, I mean, it didn't bother me because that's not one of my triggers, but it's conversation about past suicide attempts. So it's not very graphic, and it is worth reading. I found this book really worth reading. I really, like, just that subplot that I was not expecting really tugged at my heartstrings. I thought it was really beautifully done, personally. So this was a 4 star. I'm really going through these fast, huh? So I really did enjoy that. I'm looking forward, so far there's 3 in the series. I'm not sure if that is what it is. I am looking forward to the next 2. And again, I'll rate overall, but that one was a 4 star. And with this one, like I said, it's more procedural TV show type thing. So there wasn't really a lot of red herrings about who the murderer was. Yes, spoiler, murder. Murder is afoot. But I did find the ending satisfying. Just like with Snow and Winter book, I did find that ending very satisfying as well. So, if you're in the mood for a little ghost, spooky stuff, there it is. It is interesting how he handles the medium of it all. I thought that might be a little spookier, but it's not done in a spooky way. So I will say it isn't spooky, but I did have fun. And that led me to... Sorry. That did lead me to the last book that I'm going to talk about this week. And it's going to be The Wallflowers, Book 2 for Lisa Kleypas. It happened one autumn. Now this follows Lillian Bowman, the older sister to Daisy Bowman, the 2 American friends that Annabelle from the first book met. And this has to do with Lily and Marcus, who was also in the first book Simon Hunt's best friend, Lord Westfield. Yes. So, Westcliff. Sorry. Lord Westcliff. And the first book, he was an arrogant ass until the end where he, saved Simon and Annabelle's. And they were like, well, I can't help you. Can't hate you now. You saved the day. But he is a bit of an arrogant ass in the first book. So I was like, okay. I can't wait to see his POV and see how she makes him a little bit more likable. And Lisa Kleypas did. He's very likable in this. And, and he's, after a while, he, is the hero. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. So going through this, he is likable, and you find out he's a great big brother to his 2 sisters, or maybe not. I think the other sister's older, I'm not sure, but he's a great brother. You kind of get a glimpse into what his life is like, and his mother is the worst. Yeah, she really is. Whew. And Lillian, she is just a hoot in this book. I really enjoyed her. She is a hoot. There was times I found her annoying me, and I realized that she just annoyed me because she was doing what this dumbass would do. Like, I would be stubborn enough to actually put myself in a little bit of harm's way just to prove a point. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just annoyed because it's too real. It's too close to home. Too real. I get it. I see you, Lillian. I understand. I'm a stubborn ass too. And to be fair, I'm not working on that. Yeah. So, this book, and it was interesting because this is about 386 pages. And by page 300, where most books, either the third conflict is resolved, or the book's winding down, things like that. There's a conflict came out of nowhere and was very exciting. Like an exciting, tense event that had me turning the pages to find out what happens. I did give this book 4 stars. The only thing about this book, and it's not even about this book, because I enjoyed the Wallflowers getting back together, and their friendship is so cute, so sweet, and I did like how the romance worked out for Lillian and Marcus. I liked all of that. So the only thing I have to complain about is the setup for the 3rd book. For Evie's story. And it's obvious that Sebastian St. Vincent, the guy, the character in this book, a secondary character in this book, is supposed to be the main character in the next book. And I'm just like, how are you going to make him likable? How? Because he does something in this book. It's really, really, and there's no other word to use, but fucked up. Okay? And it's like, wow, he betrayed a friendship that's been over 10 years. And so this is going to be a bit of spoilers. So if you don't want to hear it, just fast forward me. Just fast forward a couple seconds. I'll do this quick. So fast forward now. He touches Lillian unconsensually. I mean, he doesn't rape her, but it's pretty, it's gross. Okay, good. So how is he good enough for Evie? Because Evie, I love Evie, sweet Evie. And I get she needs to get away from her family. Hell yes. But, like, does it have to be him? And I understand that Lisa Kleypas is a master of her craft. And I'm sure she's going to make Simon St. Vincent really, really likable. I'm sure she will. But I kind of need a little time between the 2nd book and the 3rd book. And I'm sure it's going to be, the 3rd book's going to be great because all the booktubers I watch, you know, they're excited about Devil's Daughter, which I think is, has to do with Evie and St. Vincent's daughter. So they obviously like Devil in Winter. You know, I haven't really seen anything negative about it. So I'm sure Lisa Kleypas is a master and she makes St. Vincent really likable and really redeemable. But I think I need a little space between the 2nd book and the 3rd book to kind of let go that he, spoiler alert, skip a couple seconds, that he fondled Lillian's breast. Okay, I'm good. You can listen now. Again, without her consent. So, and as we established before, I am not good at letting things go. So I don't know if I was planning to read it for next week. I don't know if I'm going to leave it for the last book or I'm going to need a week in between or maybe a couple weeks in between. I will get to the 3rd book, I promise. It's going to take me a moment or two, you know? Because I want Evie to be adored and have a great story. And I'm sure St. Vincent will. It's just, I gotta forget about that. And it's unfair that I gotta talk a little bit of a rant about that when considering this book, which is 4 stars, and I really, really liked it. You know, and I really love Daisy and Lillian's sisterhood, because I have a big sister myself, and I was like, yeah, that is completely accurate. Because no one can be your worst enemy and then have your back no matter what, like a sister, you know what I mean? Which is completely true. I was like, Lisa Kleypas must have a sister of her own, because she just gets it. And I did enjoy it. I really have to stop saying jeez, I might start putting like an counter on the bottom, just for funsies. So yeah, I mean, that was all this week. Again, sorry I only got 4 books, but I was with the paint spike. To be fair, I didn't care that I wasn't doing 5 full books. It's how it was. I didn't really care about anything, you know, at that point. So, but I did enjoy the books that I read this week, so I didn't really have a rant. I mean, the rant was for future book that I haven't even read yet. Future book that I haven't even read yet. Evie is my favorite of the Wallflowers. And I did like how we got a little glimpse at how Annabelle and Simon are doing and how their marriage is progressing. So that was fun too. I do enjoy that. I like when books overlap and you can, you know, touch in with characters that you really like and see how everything's going with them. I enjoy that. I do. Okay. so that's it for today. Again, sorry the video is a little shorter than normal. I don't want to, but I have to get back to the real world. So, see you later.